In this video, we're going to unpack how to use local contractors and freelancers to pull together a team that can help you get your app from an idea to reality. What's up guys, my name is George Brooks and I'm one of the founders here at Crema. In our last few videos, we've been talking about some cheap ways to get your app built. And this is out of 5 different ways to get your app or technology built, and what does it cost? When thinking about upping the ante in both cost and quality, freelancers and contractors are a great way to go. So here's a few tips of how to work with local or US-based contractors and freelancers to get your app built. First off, don't forget about what we talked about in our first video in this series, which is that there's lots of roles that you need to remember. You're gonna need brand, user experience, design, creative services. You are gonna need developers. With freelancers, you can actually start to fill in all those roles, but you will probably have to find different individuals and you'll have to pull them together. And also think about who's gonna project manage all the work that these people are doing. So that could be you, or it could be you actually hiring a project manager that'll help you pull those things together. When hiring a freelancer, the number one thing I would say is to ask for references. Talking to someone who's worked with them before is the best way to figure out what that experience was like and how you can make it even better between you and them. You may not know which technology is right for your solution, but I highly recommend that you ask which technology your freelancer is using. That way, if you need to, you can go back and Google it, honestly. Just go look up whether or not that's a good framework or a modern technology that's gonna be right for your solution. But it also kind of gauges how they respond and really lets you know whether or not they know what they're talking about when they're talking about the technology they use. I've said this before, and with anyone that you're gonna work with, make sure you have a contract in place. Keep it simple, and honestly, if they're freelancing, help them put that contract together. But work with them to get a contract that you both agree where the value is, what the outcomes or the deliverables are, and what the terms are. So that way, when it comes down to it, you have a paper trail that says, hey, we want to do good work together, but we just want to make sure that we're on the same page. Definitely understand if your contractor is working this as a side gig or if this is something that they do full time. Either one can work. Not one is better than the other, but you will get a slightly different pace if somebody's doing this as a side gig versus if they're doing it full time. And that's okay. Because honestly, that's a great thing for you. You're getting somebody for a little bit cheaper than them doing it inside their companies. That just means it'll go a little bit slower. That's okay, because that usually means the cost is a little bit less. It just takes a little bit more time. Collaborate often. At a minimum, check in once a week. If you can do it daily, even better. Just really try to get a sense of what's going on, the progress they're making, the pace that they're on. Also, remember again, if you've got multiple roles, that those roles are connecting either on their own or through you as a project manager. So the big question, what does it cost? For the most part, when you're talking about development, you're usually in the range of $60 to, we'll say like $120 an hour. The hiring range is usually based off experience or maybe geography. People on the coast tend to be a little bit more expensive. On other roles like design or creative services or maybe project management, you're probably looking closer to maybe the kind of the $60 to $80 range. It can go higher than that, again, depending on experience level, but you can find a really good designer in that kind of range of $60 to $80 an hour. So then the big question is, how long? My mantra is that if you can't build it in 3 months, you're probably making it too complicated or taking too long to do it. So set a flag in a date of 3 months and then work back from there. So now think about your cost for a team to come together of freelancers, and at their rate, you're probably looking in that $50,000 to $60,000 range to get one of your first releases out. So you're talking about real money now. We're talking about tens of thousands of dollars to get your app built. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. In the next couple videos, we're gonna talk about even upping the quality a little bit more, but also taking the cost up a little bit more. We'll see you guys then.